Semion Mogilevich built his criminal power not by committing crimes with his own hands, but by designing systems where crime looked like business. He understood early that modern financial crime did not require violence. It required legitimacy. His method was to place distance between himself and every illegal act, using professionals who believed they were simply doing their jobs. Lawyers were not instructed to commit crimes directly. Instead, they were given narrowly defined tasks that appeared lawful on their own. One lawyer would be asked to register a company, another to draft contracts, another to handle compliance filings. Each piece looked routine. No single person saw the full picture. Mogilevich allegedly communicated in abstractions. He did not say, "Launder this money." He spoke in terms of restructuring assets, minimizing exposure, or optimizing tax efficiency. These phrases, common in corporate language, created plausible deniability while guiding outcomes that benefited criminal activity. Shell companies were layered across multiple jurisdictions. A lawyer in one country handled incorporation, an accountant in another managed transfers, a bank in a third processed transactions. By the time money reached its destination, it had passed through so many legal entities that tracing its origin became nearly impossible. In securities fraud cases linked to him, investors were drawn into companies that appeared legitimate on paper. Legal teams prepared prospectuses and disclosures that technically complied with regulations, while critical risks and false valuations were buried in complexity. When the companies collapsed, blame fell on market forces, not design. Mogilevich avoided written communication whenever possible. Instructions were passed verbally, often through intermediaries, and framed as strategic advice rather than commands. If questioned, each participant could truthfully say they followed legal procedures within their professional role. This structure protected him from prosecution. When arrests occurred, they stopped at the operational level. The lawyers pointed to clients. The accountants pointed to documents. The executives pointed to advisors. At the center was a man who rarely signed anything and never appeared to direct a crime. Law enforcement described him as a criminal who weaponized legality itself. He exploited the assumption that complexity equals legitimacy and that professionals act in good faith. By the time authorities understood the full scheme, evidence was fragmented across borders and protected by privilege, jurisdiction, and time. Semion Mogilevich demonstrated that the most effective criminal networks do not look criminal at all. They look organized. They look compliant. They look invisible. And that invisibility was the crime. Subscribe and follow for more law and crime episodes.